This EPB Classic Rerun is brought to you by Calvert and Nunn Insurance in Glasgow.
Trojans with 0. In the turnovers, Glasgow fumbled once and they lost it. Barren County fumbled once, they lost it, and had 2 interceptions, so they commit 3 turnovers. Total plays, Glasgow ran 17 offensive plays, Barren County ran 18. Penalties, Glasgow was penalized 9 times for 65 yards. I'm sure Coach Murphy not very happy with that. Barren County just 1 penalty for 10 yards. Individually, J.D. Scott had 4 carries for a -1. Jonathan Lowe had 1 carry for 1 yard. Ryan Shepard, 6 carries for 5 yards. Chad Compton, 6 carries for a -5. J.D. Scott passed the ball 1 time. It was intercepted. Ryan Shepard had 2 passes. 1 of those was intercepted. Chad Compton punted the ball 2 times for a total of 37 yards for an 18.5-yard average, his longest being 21 yards. Individually for the Scotties, Randy Depp took the big hurt on Barren County with 5 attempts, 179 yards. That's what, over a 30-some yards per carry average. His longest being a 90 yards for 2 TDs. Jeff Bragg, the fullback, had 5 carries for 30 yards. He did score 1 touchdown on an interception. Ben Downs had 2 carries for a -6. And Bradley Depp, 4 carries, 35 yards, his longest being 19. He picked up 2 touchdowns. Glasgow did not put the ball in the air tonight, and they did not punt. So, like you say, we were hoping for maybe a little closer game in the 7th grade contest. But Glasgow speed did take over and take this game, control this ball game, and they come out on top in this first game to look for an exciting 8th grade ball game.
Okay, thank you, Bruce. The scoring summary for that first ball game: Glasgow scored first at 3:37 in the first quarter. 35-yard drive took them 4 plays, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. This came after a fumble recovery by Justin Alexander. Bradley Depp went 14 yards for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion was no good. Glasgow leads 6-0. With 49.9 seconds to go in the first quarter, Glasgow again hit play dirt. A 1-play, 55-yard drive took 23 seconds after a Barren County punt. Randy Depp, 55-yard run. The 2-point conversion was no good. 12-0 Glasgow. Still in the first quarter with 19.5 seconds to go. The Scotties hit pay dirt again. 37-yard drive, 1 play. It was on an interception. Jeff Bragg intercepted the pass, ran it back 37 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion again, no good. 18-0, and that's the way the half ended. In the third quarter, Glasgow with 3:21 to go in the third quarter. A 72-yard 3-play drive, 2 minutes and 34 seconds came after the opening kickoff. Randy Depp, a 90-yard run. Jeff Bragg, a 3-yard run for the 2-point conversion. 26-0 at the end of the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, with 5:46 to go, Glasgow scored again. And their final touchdown, 31-yard drive, 3 plays, took 34 seconds after an interception by Nathaniel Goodman. Bradley Depp again scored his second touchdown, 19-yard run. Jeff Bragg again on the 2-point conversion, 34-0 in favor of the Scotties. You've heard of the Ernie and Bernie show? It's the Bradley and Randy show in that first ball game.
Oh, did you hear Randall Cook? Larry said, you always knew about the Ernie and Bernie show? He said it was the Randy and Dew show tonight. Making a reference to when Tennessee had an outstanding basketball program, which was, about 100 years ago.
Well, we know that.
What did Larry say? I can't hear you.
Ernie and Bernie show.
Ernie and Bernie show.
What'd you say, Jim?
Oh, goodness.
Tackles for the first game for Barren County. They were led in tackles by Jonathan Shaw with 3. Chad Compton had 3. Jonathan Compton had 3. J.D. Scott had 2 with a fumble recovery. Jordan Matthews with 1. Ryan Shepard with 2. Matt Gross had 2. Eric Britt with 1. And Brent Buckley with 1. For the Scotties tonight, Bradley Depp with 5. Cedric Curd with 5. The two corners did an excellent job. Brandy Depp had 2, Tony Bailey with 2, Blake Chambers with 1, Glenn Downs had 2, Jeff Bragg 2, Justin Alexander 1 and a fumble recovery, Jamie Brown with 2, Nathaniel Goodwin had an interception, and Jason Huffman had 1 tackle.
We play 8-minute quarters at 8th grade football, so let me mention that, Larry. 8th grade football plays 8-minute quarters. Barren County in burgundy tops and white pants with gold helmets. Glasgow in the light blue tops and dark blue pants. Barren County wins the toss. They have elected to receive. And for Glasgow, looks like Mr. Daniel Depp is going to kick off. Should be a good one right here, Larry. Really expect a good one.
Well, we hope it's a good football game. You know, Barren County has, I believe, has a little bit better team. They're size-wise, they're a little bit better. I don't know whether their speed is as good as Glasgow's or not, but we'll see about that.
Depp set to kick off from his 40-yard line. And Shane Winchester deep to receive at the 15. Here comes Depp's kick. High end over end boot. Now that may skirt out of bounds, and it does. It was almost touched by an up-back Spillman, but it wasn't, and Glasgow is going to be penalized. Now, do they have the option to take the football to 35 or
I don't know.
push Glasgow back?
They change that rule every year. I don't know what they're going to do. You can take it at the point, I think, or you can have them re-kick.
It wasn't a bad kickoff. It just skirted to the left a little bit and went out at the 18-yard line.
I don't think they'd want it at 18.
I think Coach Ritchie wants it kick it over.
They'd either have them re-kick. I don't believe it. They used to take the football to the 40-yard line. I think they've done away with that now.
So Daniel Depp will kick off again.
I think probably the only choices you have now are the 5-yard penalty, re-kick, or take it where the ball went out of bounds.
So Glasgow penalized for 5 yards. The kick went out of bounds, and Depp will do it again. Winchester will move up to about he'll be at about the 15-yard line. Depp kicked the ball well. Just kicked it off the side of his foot just a little bit. And we're about ready for this 8th grade game to get underway. First ever time, I should say, these teams have met in football.
The numbers are not real high for Glasgow in the 8th grade. There are only 18 players on the roster, but if you can keep all 18 out, that's a good senior class when you get to it.
Nice kick is Winchester will take it at the 20, has it at the 25, Winchester at the 30, Winchester at the 35, Winchester at the 40. Winchester dragged down at about the 46-yard line. Nice return by Winchester. He ran that football hard, took it at about the 15, returned it about 30 or so yards. About a 30-yard return. He's got a little bit of speed, Larry, as Jeremy Russell makes the stop, a 6-foot, 157-pounder.
Looks like he runs real well. 6 foot, 130 pounds. He looks a little bit...
looks bigger than that, doesn't he?
Bigger than that. He doesn't look to be 6 foot, but he looks bigger than 130 pounds.
Spillman is a quarterback. They're in the I formation. They've got 2 wideouts on the right side. Actually, they've got a slot back, which is a flanker, which is Spillman, and a wideout, which is Bennett.
Got to get the kicking tee off.
Oh, got to take care of that. See what Glasgow's doing defensively up front. It looks like a 6-man front. So good field position for the 8th grade Trojans as they've got it moving to your left in the first quarter. Glasgow to your right. Spillman calling the signals at the 45-yard line. Glasgow again in a 6-man front. As the football comes to the tailback, he's got some running room at the 50-yard line. Finally taken down at Glasgow's 46 is Daniel Bird. Bird with a quick hitter on the right side, and we know how tough this Barren County Ball Club is. And Houchins and Arms with pretty good blocking on the right side of the line. Pickup of about 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2 as Daniel Depp makes a stop.
Good hole over on the right side of the line. They kicked that end and tackle out over on the far side and made some good yardage. And Daniel Depp had to come from his linebacker spot on the other side to make the tackle.
They're in a split look right now. Both receivers split, as is the backfield. And here comes the toss sweep. Is trying to cut to the outside is Bird. Bird broke 1 tackle, got it down to about the 45-yard line. Shy. Scotty had a chance to get him back at the 49 on the toss sweep. He may be about a half a yard short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and less than a yard as Michael Anderson, a 5'4", 170-pound nose man, made the stop. Glasgow contained that much better than the first run, but Scotty had a chance to drop him back at about the 49.
That was Chris Oakes, number 10. He just didn't make the tackle.
The single back behind Spillman is Bird on 3rd and less than a yard. Glasgow with a 5-man front. As a toss sweep will come to Bird, and he's got some running room. He'll have, let's see, They'll have the first down, has it at the 40. Bird at the 35. Bird breaks another tackle, stopped at the 35-yard line. Somebody made a leg tackle. I saw Casey Calhoun down there.
Casey Calhoun made the tackle. That's
Tell you
right.
what, he made a saving tackle right there from his safety position. If Bird breaks that, he may be off to the races. About a 10-yard pickup on the toss sweep, and Daniel Bird runs the ball well.
Yeah, there was a toss sweep out to the right. He made a good cutback. He was cut off. I think I can't remember which one it was. Somebody out there had him cut off or had a line to him. I think it was number 1, Greg Foggett, had a line to him, and then he cut back inside of him. There was illegal motion, no call.
Here's a fullback blasted up the middle. Shane Winchester looked like he did take off a little quickly that time. Pushes it from the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. A gain of about 3, 2nd and 7. 5:51 left in the first quarter. No score, but Barren County moving the football well. Martin Thompson made the stop from his right tackle position. That's his first one. 5'7", 164-pounder.
Obvious from the start that the offensive line for Barren County was a lot stronger than Glasgow's.
No doubt about that. Spillman calling the signals. Backfield is split as Spillman options a football. Loose football back at the 41-yard line, and Bird fortunately falls on it. But that's going to put Barren into a 3rd and long situation right here. And momentarily stalls the drive as a loss of about 9. It's going to be 3rd and about 16 for the Trojans at the Scotty 42 or 41-yard line.
I think that was going to be an option play, and Spillman rolled out. He had some pressure coming on him, and it just made a bad pitch, and it hit the ground before he got to Bird.
Split look for the Trojans. 5-man front for the Scotties as Winchester drops back. Here's a pass. It is complete. And down to about the 27-yard line on a beautiful throw from Spillman. It's Jordan Spillman. Brent fires to Jordan. It's not going to be enough for a first down, but it's just about 2 yards shy. Chris Oakes makes the stop. That was a nice toss that time. It's got to be 4th and 2, so a big 4th down play. That was a big pass completion for the Trojan. 14-yard pass completion for Barren County. They've got the split look on 4th and 2 at the Scotty 27-yard line. Unbalanced line to the left. Spillman calling the signals. Brent Spillman. Here comes the toss sweep. Daniel Bird tries to cut to the outside. Shane Winchester does it. He's going to be wrapped up for a big loss by Daniel Depp. And Depp wraps him up back at about the 30-yard line. And Depp, outstanding athlete. Oh, not at the 30, back at the 33. Daniel Depp's second stop.
Give Chris Oakes a lot of credit on that one also. So he got outside and made the play go to the sideline.
Loss of 6, so the Scotty defense comes up big after Barren County have moved the football well. 1st and 10, our first look at Glasgow's offense. 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. 4:16 left in the first quarter, no score. Casey Calhoun directing the attack against the 6-man front for Barren County. Let's see if they step into a 5-man front defensively. As Glasgow yet to break from the huddle, and the clock is yet to start here with 4:16 left in the first quarter. Backfield is in the double slot for the Scotties. Barren County has a 6-man front defensively as the handoff will come to Daniel Depp. He'll try to cut to the outside, has it at the 35. Depp at the 40-yard line. Let's see where he is marked out of bounds, his forward progress. Let's see where it's marked out of bounds. They gave him a pretty good spot. He takes it up to about the 42.5-yard line. He may be about a yard or so short of the first down as he tried to twist that right quarter, and pretty successful. Mr. Brad Settle, 5'7", 140-pound outside linebacker, made the stop. I wonder if Brad got any of his ability from Les.
No, I got it from his brother.
From his mother.
Boy, you're right about that.
I said brother. He said mother.
Well, just not Les. Here's Calhoun calling the signals. Handoff up the middle and wrapped up at about the 43-yard line is Greg Crockett, but I believe he's got enough for a first down as he plugs it up the middle. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. He carries it up to about the 43. 1st and 10 for the Scotties as the stop was made.
78. I've got to find it.
Josh Smith. 5'6", 185-pounder Mr. Smith is for Barren County. He's a right tackle, Larry. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. As Glasgow with that double slot. Barren has a 6-man front defensively. Calhoun calling the signals with Depp, Oakes, and Froggett in the backfield. One wide out on the right side is Bailey. As Calhoun is going to be stopped. Nope, he breaks one tackle. Gets away from another. Has it at midfield. Calhoun carrying tacklers past the 45 of Barren County down to the 43. And boy, Casey's got some strength, and it looked like he was going to be pinned back at the 39, but he just shrugged off one tackler, Larry, broke open, and picked up about 13 yards. And then we have an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Barren County. I don't know if it was a late hit or what, but 15 yards tacked on top of that. Pretty impressive from Mr. Calhoun.
It was. He rolled out. It was a fake fake to Randy Depp around the right side, and he put it on his hip and came back around the left side and had some pressure on him, and he had to evade the first tackler. And when he did that, he had open room around the end, and when that happened, he just drove a couple of people right on down the line, and then the Spillman had to come up and make the play.
I believe for about 7 yards, he carried somebody down the field.
He carried somebody on his back. I don't know who it was, but he's a strong kid. He's a good-looking quarterback. I was really impressed with him last year. We refereed a few games from the 7th grade, and he played also in the 8th grade last year and handled himself well.
Here comes a pitch. Oh, it's intercepted, and Barren County is going to score unless the Scotty can catch up with him. The pitch is intercepted, and Barren County is going to score on about a 68-yard return. A great anticipation that time.
That's Mike Houchins.
Mike Houchins. He stepped right in front of Depp, and Calhoun's pitch was just intercepted, and that is going to be, I think, about a 70-yard return, and Barren County leads 6-0. Boy, the tide turning there as Glasgow had it at the 28. And that time the pitch was a little bit late, and great anticipation by Houchins. Great anticipation. He's a defensive end, and he just stepped up and just picked it off, and he went to the races, and it's 6-0. Barren County with 3:15 left.
I guess you call that is that a fumble recovery, or is that an interception?
That would be it. I would be ruled.
The lateral, yeah.
It would be a fumble recovery because it was a lateral. It is at about a 70-yard, 68-yard.
Just like an interception, though.
Here's a hit. Old Depp just waylaid Winchester, the fullback. The two-point try is no good. But the 68-yard fumble recovery, which was a lateral that Mike Houchins stepped in and beautifully picked off and went untouched into the end zone. He scores, and Barren County leads Glasgow 6-0 with 3:15 left in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Now, at Cinema to Go in the Southgate Plaza, we dare you. Look into the mirror. Say his name 5 times, and then try to sleep tonight. He's the Candyman, Clive Barker's horror legend, and he's at your video store now in the long-awaited sequel to the top-running horror title of all time. If you like the original Candyman, the Fort Worth Star says Candyman Farewell to the Flesh is scarier than the original, and the Atlanta Tribune calls it scary as hell. Get ready to scream tonight. Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. Available now at Cinema to Go in the Southgate Plaza in Glasgow. Rated R.
A big play defensively for the Trojans nets them a 6-0 lead. And Glasgow will get the football with 3:15 left. Barren County moved the football well on their first possession. Glasgow was doing that, and then the biggest play of this game early, Barren County's Houchins with a 68-yard fumble recovery, but actually it was a pickoff on a pitch.
It was just a quick pitch is what it was. Our slot backs lined up on the left side, and the quarterback just took it out from under scrimmage and made a little bit of high pitch, and Mr. Houchins was right there and picked it off and was gone.
That picks it up at the 20-yard line. Houchins kick, tries to cut to the outside, has it at the 25. He'll try to cut outside. He's got a wall, has it at the 35, has it at the 40, has it at the 45, where Glasgow will have it 1st and 10. One man, couple of men stopped him right there, or he might have scored.
Number 52 got the tackle, and
that's Mike Arms.
Touchdown saving tackle.
You know, Daniel sees that field well, and first he went to his right, then he cut against the grain and turned left. 29-yard return. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 45-yard line with 3:04 left in the first quarter. Barren County leads 6-0.
Well, Daniel's just like like Dew and on the other team, Randy on the other team, he's got some speed. He can run with the football.
Calhoun with the double slot behind him. Barren County has a 6-man front defensively. As Oaks is in motion, now Calhoun will drop back. He won't break this tackle as he is sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
That's Mr. Houchins again.
Back behind the 40 at about the 38. So Houchins, boy, he's a terror. First stop. A loss of about 7 for Glasgow. It's going to be 2nd and 17 at the 38.
Well, he came in untouched. Somebody didn't block him from that defensive end position there. You've got to knock him out because it's a fake going around the left side, and you've got to come inside. The quarterback wants to come inside that tackle, and somebody just didn't knock him outside.
2nd and 17. Scotties have it at their own 38-yard line. Barren County leading 6-0. 2:10 left in the first quarter. Casey Calhoun calling signals against this 5-man front. The upset motion. The handoff instead comes up the middle as Froggett makes his way past the 40 up to about the 41-yard line. As from his right, or from his fullback position, he picks up about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 14 for the Scotties at their own 41-yard line. So a big play early on as Brad Settle makes the second stop. Big play early. 3rd and 14. Scotties have it at their own 41-yard line. Barren County leading 6-0.
That was that fake quick pitch. That was the same play that Barren County's varsity used on Glasgow to score their first touchdown.
Clemens did that, didn't he?
That's right, and handed it to Matt Clemens up the middle.
Calhoun will drop back. Calhoun's being chased. Here's a long pass. Wide open is Bailey. Bailey has got it. Has it at the 35-yard line. Hooks it in. Dominique Bailey on a great catch, and you can see that Calhoun's got an arm on him.
Yes, he does.
He threw that ball, threw it from about his 35 to the Barren County 35, so he threw it about 30 yards. Zipped it well. Pass completion of 24, 1st and 10. But he was getting some pressure, but Casey got rid of it in time. Did a good job.
Casey's a very good athlete. He's a good basketball player, baseball, football. He plays all of them well. Handles himself really well on the field. Spillman's second stop. Scotty's in the double slot. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 35. Oakes is in motion. He'll get the handoff. Tries to cut, but he has dropped back at the 36-yard line. Somebody wrapped him up with the number 84. And that is going to be Jordan Spillman. That's his first stop. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. With 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. Glasgow with the football at Barren County's 36, trailing 6-0. Twice now, Glasgow has been in Barren County field position, but a critical turnover at Mike Houchin sailed 68 yards on the fumble recovery. Really stole the old toss sweep and scored. Out of the double slot, here come the Scotties as Calhoun calling the signals against the 6-man front. Oakes is in motion. Calhoun on the long count. And off comes to Froggett. Froggett tries to bust his way up the middle, but he got very little, if anything, off left tackle. And Glasgow is going to be faced with 3rd and long. In fact, 3rd and 11. No gain on the play. There's 21 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and that probably will be the last play of this period with Barren County leading 6-0. The clock counts down with 13 seconds as Chris Holder, 5'3", 150-pounder, nose mad for the Trojans makes the stop. Well, Glasgow's going to break the huddle. There's only 4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. There's 2 seconds. Calhoun calling the signals. Calhoun on the double reverse. Here comes Depp. Depp cuts outside. Depp has it at the 35. Depp down to about the 32-yard line, and Houchins, no, it wasn't Houchins. I believe Brad Settle got him, didn't he? 56, that's right.
Good job by Brad. Depp did pick up about 4 yards. It's going to set up 4th and about 8 for the Scotties as the first quarter comes to a close. Barren County's 8th grade team leading Glasgow 6-0. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
One of the toughest jobs if you're remodeling a home or building a new home is to get all the moldings and the trim to come out looking just like you want it. Maybe you've added a wall or taken out a cabinet and you just can't seem to get all that molding to match up because either it's not made anymore or you can't find enough of it. Well, did you know that at Square Deal Lumber Company's shop there in Cave City, they actually make hardwood moldings? It's true. Maybe you're redoing an older home. Maybe an architect has drawn a particular design up that they'd like for you to use in your design or construction. Well, at Square Deal Lumber Company, they can make that molding in poplar or oak, cherry, walnut, any species that you'd like. They can do it. Square Deal uses only clear, high-grade lumber, which means there's not any finger joints that are going to show through the finish or that won't come apart later on down the road. And they're priced competitively because they make them right there in the shop in Cave City. So bring your plans, bring your sample, and realize that the buck stops with the folks at Square Deal Lumber Company in Cave City. They can get the job done for you.
Glasgow with 46 yards in offense, Barren County with 22, but the Trojans have the biggest defensive play of the game so far. Thank you, Randall and Bruce.
That's right. How many yards was it? 68-yard fumble recovery. Wasn't really a fumble. It was an intercepted lateral is what it was, and you count that as a fumble recovery, I'm sure.
Larry, a big 4th down play right here for Glasgow. 4th at 8 at the Trojan 33-yard line.
Yeah, you got to look for something. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't put it in the air and look for something maybe to Randy Depp. Daniel Depp.
Daniel Depp, right.
I'll get them all mixed up. There's too many Depps around here.
Now, Rod Brooks.
No, there's not. There's not enough.
Brooks is a wide out on the right side. Backfield, the double slot as a handoff. No, here's a fake as Calhoun will keep the football, and he stopped at the 32-yard line as Barren County good job defensively, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30, well, about the 33-yard line. No gain on the play. Let's see who made that stop for the Trojans.
59, I believe.
That would be David Houchins, 5'11", 150. So they fake the pass and fake the handoff to depth, trying to catch Barren County looking for that, and unsuccessful. And the Trojans defense comes up with a big stop. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line, leading Glasgow by a score of 6-0. Spielman calling the signals. Backfield in the power I. Houchins back there, number 55 at the fullback. Here comes the handoff to Winchester. He's got some running room as he's tripped up. Moves it past the 35 up to about the 39-yard line. Looking to see if 55 Houchins is a fullback. I think he is, Larry. Well, let me check that here. Gain of about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4. There's 7:40 left in the second quarter. Stop made by Kenneth Reynolds. 5'6", 150-pounder. 2nd and 4. Short 4 for the Trojans at the 39-yard line.
55. I think you're right. Houchins is playing.
Well, he was impressive on that defensive play. Scotties have a 5-man front. As Philbin calling the signals. Here comes a handoff.
He got him that time.
Here comes Winchester. Skirts past the 40. Beyond the 45 up to the 48-yard line, but a legal procedure is going to be the call. Well,
somebody moved too quick out of the backfield back
I'm not sure if that was a call, Larry. I did not see. It's against Barren County, but I don't know if it's that or illegal. Too many men, too many players on the field.
There was 12. You're right.
Is that a 10-yard penalty, or is that just 5?
That's the illegal participation. Should be 10. If he was trying to get off, it'd be 5.
All right. Let's see what they mark off right here. That will nullify a first down as Winchester moved the ball well that time. Picked up about 10 yards, but it's going to be a 10-yard mark-off against the Trojans, and their 8th grade team will have it. Well, no, let's see. They move it back to the 25-yard line. Is that a 15-yarder? I believe he marked off 15 yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 18 for the Trojans at their own 25-yard line.
Well, let's see. We've got our thing here. We can look.
They're out of the wishbone set as Philbin calling the signals. Comes a toss sweep. Cutting to the outside of Winchester. Winchester fumbled the football. Who's got it? I believe Barren County's got it at the 36-yard line.
15-yard penalty.
All right. Barren County does recover the fumble, and
Houchins got it.
He's done everything, hasn't he?
That's 2 for him tonight.
They're faced with, and a good gain on that play. Gained about 11 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 6 for the Trojans at their own 36-yard line. This is a big 3rd down play for Glasgow, I think, Larry. Barren County's been able to move the football well. Right now, the backs are split. Receivers split left and right. Glasgow with a 5-man front defensively. 2 linebackers behind them. As dropping back to pass. Here comes the pass. It's going to be incomplete as the pass was a little bit too high for Philip Lowe from that tight end position at the 45. He was open, but the pass was a little bit too high, and it's incomplete. Now will Barren putt it or go for a first down right here? They've got it 4th and about 6 at their own 36-yard line.
Well, the quarterback's coming in and lining up just like they're going to call a play, so unless he's the punter.
Well, Mike Houchins is a punter, Larry.
Well, he's on the line of scrimmage right now, so they're going for it.
They got
confidence.
2 wideouts on the right side, 1 on the left. Glasgow to 5-man front. Spillman will drop back. He'll roll out to his right. Here comes the pass. They've got the first down as Lowe has it at the 45. Lowe is shoved out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Boy, Coach Ritchie's got a lot of confidence in that offense.
That's a good call.
It was a good call.
He flooded the right side. He sent the wide receiver along. He brought the tight end back under him, and a little flare pass right out in there behind him.
Bailey makes the stop. A completion of about 10 yards. 1st and 10. Trojans convert on a 4th down play. They've got it at their own 46. 6:38 left in the first half. Barren County leading Glasgow in this 8th grade game 6-0. Glasgow 7th graders winning tonight 34-0. And again, they've got 2 wideouts on the right side, 1 on the left. But here comes the toss sweep to Bird. Bird cuts to the outside. Boy, somebody threw a good block as Bird is rolled out of bounds by Calhoun.
Well, that was Houchins again that threw that block.
And Bird passed midfield down to the Scotty 45-yard line on the toss sweep. Barren County's 8th grade team moving the football well. 2nd and about 1 at Glasgow's 45. Calhoun, 2nd stop at Barren County, running the quick offense, basically a quick huddle. They've got 2 wideouts on the left side, 1 on the right. Spillman calling the signals against the 5-man front. Here comes the toss sweep to Bird. Up. He's got some running room. Bird has it at the 45. Bird at the 40. Bird at the 35. Bird down to about the 33-yard line on the toss sweep to the left, and they had some great blocking on that left side. That offensive front, Esker and Houchins doing a good job, and Davis as they pull to that side, about a 12-yard pickup for Bird. Another first down for Barren County. That's going to be their second first down. I believe maybe their second first down of this game. Or I believe they've got 3. They have one on the pass, don't
Randy
they?
Depp is in the lineup now for Glasgow.
All right.
At defensive end on this left side.
Backfield split is on the black, or the quarterback keeper. Here comes Spillman, moves past the 30, past the 25, down to about the 22 or 21-yard line. It's difficult to tell on that far side of it. Well, now they spotted back at about the 23. Let's see, did he get enough for the first down, or he's just a hair short, second to 9?
About a half-yard short.
All right, Chris Oakes made the stop. All right, now Glasgow not able to stop Barren County. That offensive line and those backs really run the football well.
Yeah, they're beating us bad on the corner. They're really knocking us down, and they've got all kind of room to run. And when they get out there, there's nobody there to stop them. Nobody's filling in.
Here comes Winchester. Winchester breaking tackles. Winchester has it inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. It's going to be first and goal for the Trojans. Already leading Glasgow 6-0 in Winchester. Outstanding job of busting it up the middle. Casey Calhoun's third stop, but Shane Winchester, a 17-yard gain. 5 carries, 33 yards. First and goal for the Trojans at the Scotty 8-yard line.
Just right up the middle. They're whipping us right up front. They've got Mr. Brown, a 7th grader in there now, number 77, right up in the middle.
They're out of that power eye set. As on the quarterback keeper, here comes Spillman. Spillman cuts to the outside. Spillman is going to be rolled out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So he turns a quarter, picks up about 3 yards. It's going to be second and goal at that point with 5:23 left in the first half. Barren County 6, Glasgow nothing.
That was just student body right without the pitch. The quarterback just came around and everybody pulled to the right and knocked people down, and he got as much yards as he could get out of it.
Calhoun's fourth tackle. Spillman leads the ball club up to the line of scrimmage. And that power eye set. Ends are tight. Glasgow 6-man front as Spillman gives the football to Winchester. Cuts outside, and he is stopped for no gain as Daniel Depp makes the stop, and he stood up, and Depp, great stop that time.
Daniel was trying to pull the ball out of his arms. That's why all the extracurricular activity went on.
No gain. It's going to be third and goal at the 5.
Now, they played that one well. The corner stayed out. Oak stayed out there where he's supposed to, and Daniel filled in.
Trojans, there's Big Houchins at that fullback position. I wonder if he might get that football. He, Bird, and Winchester, and also in the backfield. Here comes the toss sweep to Bird. He's going to try to cut to the outside. Looks for an opening. He is stopped shy of the goal line. Carries it down to about the 2-yard line, and that sets up another big fourth down play for the Trojans right here. They're 2 yards away from scoring. They could really get a lot of momentum if they put this one in, and Glasgow wants to stop timeout Barren County. It's fourth and goal at about the 2-yard line. 4:32 left of the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Barren County 6, Glasgow nothing. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Your full selection, full-service clothing store is Golden Farley in Glasgow. Their full selection ranges from sportswear to suits to tuxedo rentals. Full service by Golden Farley means alterations are available on anything they sell. And special order means if they don't have it, chances are they can get it. Golden Farley has sportswear by Ruff Hewn, Polo, by Ralph Lauren and Cross Creek, suits and sports coats from well-established name brands like Corbin, PBM, and Austin Reed. For the more discriminating individual, there's the custom clothing option from Austin Reed. Golden Farley Men's Shop, 112 East College in Glasgow. For years, the look of distinction.
Barren County with a 6-0 lead, threatening to score again. 4 minutes and 32 seconds left in the second half, or first half, I should say. They've got the football, fourth and goal at the Scotty 2.
Yeah, probably Glasgow's going to bring in some bigger kids up front, because I think Barren County will probably just go to the basic things and knock somebody down and try to go off tackle on either side. I wouldn't look for them to go outside too much, but I think they'll just try to pound it in.
Barren up 6-0, and they converted a fourth down play earlier in this contest on a pass and recovered a fumble earlier. So let's see what happens right here. Barren will try to take a 2-touchdown lead, and Glasgow will try to thwart them right here. Wonder if Mr. Houchins might get that football.
Well, Houchins is on the line of scrimmage now.
No, I think he's in the backfield, Larry.
Oh, yeah, I saw him go to the line of scrimmage and backed up. That's right.
Let's see if right now they're in the full house backfield. Let's see if they move into the power eye. which they do.
I wouldn't be surprised to give it to Winchester myself.
Glasgow's got about a 6-man front. Spielman calling the signals. Here's a handoff. Houchins, he'll go untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Barren County on a 4th down play, and they lead Glasgow 12-0.
Good hole over on that right side. He didn't have any there to stop him.
Yeah, the right side of that line, Arms Davis really did a good job that time. So Barren leads 12-0 with 4:28 left in the first half, and Glasgow's going to have to dig themselves out of a hole right here as the Trojans will try for the 2-point conversion. Up 12-0 over Glasgow.
2-yard run or 3?
Is that a 2-yard run, Bruce? All right, it is a 2-yard run as Spielman calls the signal. So here's Houchins. Drives. Does he score? He does. And it's 14-0. Barren County leading Glasgow. 4:28 left in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow has 3 different ribeyes for any size appetite. You can get the 5.5-ounce regular cut ribeye for $6.99, the 8-ounce extra cut for $7.99, or the 12-ounce super ribeye for $8.99. Plus, you get all you can eat from the Grand Buffet with every ribeye. And don't forget, Thursday is seafood night at Ponderosa with seafood on the Grand Buffet from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow.
Very impressive performance for Barren County so far as they lead Glasgow 12-0 in this 8th grade game. Glasgow's had the football twice at Barren County territory, Larry, but they've been unable to put anything in the end zone. They've moved the football, but Barren County's come up with some big defensive plays, and then they converted 2 4th down plays in that drive. One, a big pass, and then Houchins, who's really been impressive, scores on 4th and goal at the 2.
I think this football game has come down to who's the strongest on the line of scrimmage, and so far Barren County is the strongest on the line of scrimmage. They're knocking people down, and me and you could probably run behind that line tonight. They've had some big holes to run through, and when they fake up the middle and then get outside, there's just nobody there to stop them. So Glasgow has a little work to do on the defensive side of the football.
Barren County's going to try an onside kick. Glasgow's going to fall on it, though, at their 47-yard line. They did not want to kick it to depth, knowing that he could make this a 1-touchdown deficit. Glasgow will have it first and 10, good field position at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's not a bad move, the way your defense has been playing, and especially not to kick it to Daniel Depp.
Glasgow needs to score on this possession and cut this to a 1-touchdown deficit. If you're a Scotty fan, if you're a Trojan fan, you'd like to see them stop the Scotties and get the ball back and maybe take a 3-touchdown lead. So a very critical 4 minutes and 18 seconds here in the first half remaining. As Casey Calhoun will call the signals as Barren County aligns its defense. Bailey's a wide out on the left side. The backfield is in the double slide. Looks like Randy Depp is in the backfield for the Scotties as Calhoun will give the football. No, he'll pass it. There comes a pass, and the flat comes to Depp. Gets a good block from Bailey. Has it at the 45. Depp at the 40. Depp at the 35. Depp at the 30. Depp has it at the 25. And Depp finally ridden down, and let's see, at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Boy, set up beautifully, and what a great block by Dominique Bailey on that little pass in the flat.
Well, he went out of bounds, actually. Went out of bounds about 3 yards back from where they tackled him. But there's no referee on this side of the field. That's what you get when you only have 3 officials, nobody covering this sideline.
29-yard pass completion from Calhoun to Daniel Depp coming out of the backfield, 1st and 10. Who was that stop? Was it Mike Arms?
Mike Arms. That's what Glasgow has to do. They have to utilize their speed. They have to get it to the people that are going to have half speed and stay away from the big guys up front.
Scotty's in the double slot. Calhoun calling the signals. Here's a handoff. Double reverse comes to Daniel Depp. Tries to break a tackle, but he is knocked down far behind the line of scrimmage, back at about the 32-yard line. And he lost some yardage, lost about 6 or 7 yards. Lost about 7 yards on, well, about 8. It's going to be 2nd and 18 as Philip Lowe brought him down. That's what Glasgow needed to avoid, Larry, as this is the 3rd time they've had it in Barren County field position, but now they're in a 2nd and long situation, and Barron's defense has come up big every time they've needed to.
If you could see a replay on that play, I think you would see Glasgow's offensive line go 5 yards deep into the backfield there, and Daniel Depp just didn't have a chance when he got the football to get any running room.
Calhoun drops back. Here comes a long pass. It is going to be incomplete, almost caught
It was there.
At the 9-yard line, it was there. Almost caught by Rod Brooks. 4'8", 76-pounder.
He's a little fella.
Yeah, he got down that line and almost caught that football. Casey threw it well that time.
Yeah, he had it right on the money, and it went right through his hands.
Timeout Glasgow, faced with 3rd and 18 at the Trojan 33-yard line. 2:54 left. We're going to hold it here. 2:54 left in the first half. I want to thank both coaching staffs for providing us with a lot of information. Coach Rosado and Coach Britt from Barren County, and Coach Murphy and Coach Poston from Glasgow. We really do appreciate this information. There is a good crowd on hand. It's a beautiful night for football. Let me mention tomorrow night we'll have the broadcast of the Glasgow E-Town game from Elizabethtown. That's going to be a 7:30 kickoff. Our broadcast with Coach's Quarter will start at 6:30 here on WCLU Sports. Barren County right here tomorrow night, looking for their 3rd victory of the season as they'll take on district rival Muhlenberg North. And a lot of other high school games, and we'll talk about that coming up tomorrow here on WCLU Sports. Glasgow's girls golf team still undefeated. They're battling Warren Central today. Glasgow's boys with only 1 loss to this point.
Yeah, I think Bowling Green did that. I think Glasgow Bowling Green boys are the best 2 teams. Bowling Green, an exceptional team to be as young as they are. They're an excellent team. And, of course, Glasgow is coming on. Glasgow doesn't have the player like the Jonathan Belcher caliber that they did the last couple of years, and Benji Mars and those people, but J.R. Wade is really playing well, and 3 or 4 more of them. And
Alan Wade and Adam Gibson.
Yeah, they're really
and
playing.
Barron's got a good golf team, too. And, Mr. Sturgeon gets back on the course.
Yeah,
That'll make them a lot tougher.
Sturgeon's a good golfer. He's one of the better golfers around the area.
Scotty's in the double slot. Well, Barren County blitz right here on 3rd and 18 as Calhoun drops back. Calhoun, little pass over the middle. It's going to be, incomplete.
Well,
Daniel Depp almost had it at the 25, but it falls incomplete, and now it's going to be 4th and 18.
It's there. The 2 passes in a row right there, and the receiver would drop them, and both of them could have been there for first downs, maybe even touchdowns.
4th and 18, so the Scotties have to get the football to the 15-yard line. Barron's defense has come up big every time they've had to, and they have a 14-0 lead here late in the first half. So another big play coming up right here. Glasgow trying to keep the drive alive, and the Trojans trying to take over on downs.
You expect them to throw it again. I don't know who to, but they've only have 1 wide receiver. Everybody's tight.
Calhoun calling the signals. His depth is in motion. Here comes Calhoun. He'll try the quarterback keeper. Cuts outside, but he's going to be far short of the first down at the 30-yard line, and Barren County will take over. Philip Lowe, second stop. So Barren County will take over, and quickly as they moved the football the last time, they would like to get that 3-touchdown lead entering the first end of the first half, and they've got it at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10 with 2:42 left. Glasgow 7th graders won tonight by a score of 34-0. Barren County's 8th graders on top 14-0 here late in the first half, and the Trojans with the football. 1st and 10, Glasgow defensively will stack about a 6-man front. They've got 2 wideouts on the right side, 1 on the left. Spillman. Let's say double reverse. Comes to Winchester. Winchester will try to cut outside, and a good stop as Oaks slowed him down. And let's see, as Oaks really made a great open field tackle. He stayed home that time. A gain for Winchester of about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4 on the double reverse.
5'2", 94 pounds. Chris Oaks gets a lot out of what he's got. He stayed home, saw the play developing. They still got good yardage out of it, but he was there to make a big yardage game tackle.
Timeout, Glasgow. 2:08 left in the first half. Barren County 14, Glasgow nothing. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
A couple of things are very, very important in the concrete business. 1 is promptness, and 2 is quality. Square Deal Lumber Company has both mastered, let me tell you. Let's talk about promptness for a moment. How many times have you paid by the hour to have a construction crew waiting for a concrete truck to arrive, or maybe some sort of a long delay in the middle of the job? Well, since Square Deal Lumber Company has plants in Horse Cave and in Glasgow with enough trucks to assure prompt delivery for your job, you're going to cut that weight way down when you deal with Square Deal. Quality is important too, you know, and Square Deal uses proven mix designs with plenty of what it takes for long-lasting concrete with consistent quality, load after load after load. For over 40 years, Square Deal Lumber Company has been in the ready-mix concrete business. Give them a call, tell them where you need that load to go, and they'll be there very promptly. That's Square Deal Lumber Company for all of your concrete ready-mix needs.
Second and about 5 for the Trojans at their own 35-yard line. As Spillman will drop back, here's a pass. It's complete. Now the big little pitch comes to Winchester, and he is rolled down by Randy Depp at about the 43-yard line. Did Lowe toss that back to him?
That was supposed to be a flea flicker.
Yeah, and then he did a pretty good job. Boy, he ripped it back on that lateral, didn't he? Or on that pitch.
The pitch man wasn't there close enough to him, so he had to look back and almost throw it back to him.
It is a gain, Larry, of about 8 yards. First and 10 for the Trojans at their own 44-yard line, with a bit of 51 left in the first half. Backfield split behind Spillman. 5-man front for the Scotties. Receiver split left and right for the Trojans. As Spillman, the quarterback keeper, has some running room. Fumbles the football, and Glasgow will have it. I believe Greg Froggett falls on it at his own 44-yard line. Slipped out, and the Scotties stop this drive and get the football. They'll have it first and 10, a minute 37 left. How many timeouts does Glasgow have? They've got only one timeout, so they're going to get on the board. They've got a long way to go, and they've got a short time to do it, trailing 14-0, but Barren County stops themselves with the fumble. They were moving the football again. First and 10 for the Scotties at their own 44-yard line. The clock is rolling with a minute 35 left. Glasgow, not a lot of time here. They've got it at their own 44, but they do have some people that can make big plays. But the clock is rolling, and they're going to have several, Larry, if they're going to score.
Yeah, they're not really hustling, not really getting into it. Didn't have anything called. Of course, you didn't know they was going to get the football back that quickly.
They're in the double slot. Is Calhoun calling the signals? Here comes a handoff to Randy Depp. Cuts outside, has it past the 45, up to about the 48-yard line with a minute 10 left. And Glasgow's going to have to hustle with that clock moving toward the 60-second mark. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7. It's James Nicka makes the stop, 5'7", 130-pounder. Scotties with 52 seconds left. Larry, they've not using the clock very well right here.
No, I'd try to throw one right here.
Calhoun.
Take a chance anyway.
He will throw it. He drops back. Pretty good protection. Here comes a long pass. Pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Bailey. Pretty good coverage that time at the 30-yard line. Pass was short and good coverage. I saw Winchester, the third back defending, and it's going to be third at 8 for the Scotties at their own 47.
You know, Winchester's 6 foot. Bird's about 5'8", and our receivers are about, 4'8" and 5 foot.
Bailey's 5'5".
That's not
Makes
good.
it tough. You really do have to throw it over that defense.
Makes it really tough. That ball was underthrown. Just didn't have enough arm to get it to him because the defense was so good that time.
Third and about 7, Scotties at the 47. After the fumble recovery, they're in the double slot. Barren has a 5-man front defensively as Calhoun will call the signals. Daniel Depp's in motion. Here comes the pitch to him. He'll try to cut to the outside. He's wrapped up, trying to break a tackle, unable to do so. Wrapped up back at the 41-yard line, and Glasgow will probably let the clock roll out right here with 23 seconds to go. We've got an official's timeout, and Depp may be injured, Larry. Well, he's trying to get up. He's limping just a little bit. He'll have to come out, though, when the official blew time. Loss of about 6. It's going to be 4th and 13. Well, Barren County's been very impressive in this first half, leading 14-0 over Glasgow's 8th grade team. Well, both teams, what do we have here? It's timeout called by Barren County.
Barren County.
Well, they want to force Glasgow to do something with the football. It's 4th and 14 at the 41. We'll hold it here. Really, really a beautiful night for football action. It's going to cool down this weekend, Larry.
Yeah, I think it'll be beautiful nights for football from here on out.
I hope so.
With the exception of the nights it rains.
That's true.
And you know we'll have some of those.
Maybe not too many. Maybe not too many. Well, Barron's line has really dominated in this game, and their backs have impressed me. They've really run the ball hard, and Spillman has done a good job at quarterback, too. And their defense has stopped Glasgow. You know, 3 times Glasgow's been in Barren County territory, but When the Trojans have had to come up with the big stop, they've been able to do it. You've got to give them credit.
Yeah, they have. It starts at the line, just like it does everywhere. It starts in the trenches. You have to knock people down to get yardage, and you have to play heads up with the other team's offensive line when you're on defense, and not give anything. And they've done that on both sides of the ball. So I'd say Barren County's lead is attributed. Of course, they had the fumble recovery for a touchdown, and that's one of the things that just happens, but Barren County's line is attributed to the other touchdown, that's for sure.
4th and 14, Glasgow will go for it out of the double slot. Casey Calhoun will call the signals as the handoff will come to Randy Depp. He'll try to cut inside, but he is short of the first down up to the 44-yard line, and the Trojans will have 17 seconds. I don't think they've got any timeouts left. They'll have 17 seconds, and they're going to run that no-huddle offense, and Glasgow's going to have to get their defenders on the field. When the official marks it, Barren County can start play. 17.9 seconds, and the Trojans could strike right here. Now they'll get the football tossed in, and Glasgow's going to have to get their defense aligned. They've got players moving around right now. They're going to have to get set down right here. See if they have too many on the field.
Well, they've got 11 now. 78's moving on.
13 seconds to go, and Spillman may just try to throw it along. Here's Spillman. He's going to try a long pass. Here it is. The pass is going to be hidden complete with 6.8 seconds to go. I think Mr. Brooks for Glasgow, 4'8", 76-pounder, was the closest man to the football. That's a good idea by Coach Ritchie's team. Go for the long one, and he'll still have one more shot at it on 2nd and 10.
I don't think there's anything to lose. It'd be just like a punt if they intercepted it.
That's right.
You don't really think they'd run it all the way back.
2nd and 10, but the clock is a factor here with 6.8 seconds to go in the first half.
I'd give it another shot if I were them, and I'd work on Mr. Brooks. He's a little fellow over here.
Straight drop, now rolling out to the right. Here comes the lateral, or here comes the pass to Bird. Bird cuts to the outside. He's got maybe one man to beat. Has it at the 30. Bird at the 25. Bird at the 20. Bird at the 15. Bird, is he going to score? Oh, he fumbled the football.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 2-yard line, and the first half is over.
Daniel Depp made a heck of a move right there to reach in and knock that football out of bounds, because it was a touchdown had he not done that.
That was a beautiful flare set up, Larry, on the left sideline, and Glasgow is fortunate that Barren does not take a 3-touchdown lead.
Yeah, he lined up at the halfback, and he just kind of moved out into the flat. The quarterback, Spillman, rolled to his right and faked the pass to the right and then threw back to the left, which is really amounts to a screen pass, and he didn't have anybody there. He just outrun a couple of people, and Daniel Depp made a heck of a play to save a touchdown there.
At the end of the first half, Barren County's 8th grade team leading Glasgow 14-0. Back in 2 minutes on WC on U Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Honey!
What is it?
We want a house! We want a house!
Great. Where's my quarter-pound single?
You don't understand. I want a house from Wendy's.
No, you don't understand. I asked for a hamburger from Wendy's.
Maybe I should come back in and start over.
Maybe you should go back out and get me a hamburger.
I thought you'd be happy.
How would you like it if instead of breakfast I gave you a garage?
2-car?
Right now, during the Wendy's and Coca-Cola Everyday Value Instant Payoff, you find a free game piece on every 20-ounce drink. Just peel. You could win the grand prize, your own home. Or we could pay your phone or electric bills, even make your rent or car payments for a whole year. Plus, there's millions of food prizes, including quarter-pound singles, chicken filet sandwiches, even Big Bacon Classics. So come play the Everyday Value Instant Payoff today from Wendy's, Coca-Cola, and Century 21.
Honey!
What is it?
Wendy's is going to pay our phone bill.
Great. Where's my single?
Oh, no.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Come in for a hamburger. Leave with a house. Now that's a value.
No purchase necessary. Open to residents of U.S. and Canada. Void in Quebec and where prohibited. Rules and game pieces available at participating Wendy's until 10/10/95. See official rules for price values.
Driveway sealing is an important maintenance concern for driveways and parking lots of all sizes. Did you know that you can have your driveway sealed by professionals? The paving professionals at Glass Paving. Yes, Glass Paving knows the paving business, and they believe that driveway sealing is so important that they have
a historic night for middle school football. Glasgow at Barren County battling for the first time ever. If you've just joined us, Glasgow 7th graders win 34-0. Here in the 8th grade game at the half, Barren County's on top 14-0. Glasgow's had their chances, but the Trojans have come up with the big defensive plays. One when Glasgow was at the 29-yard line, and Mike Houchins picks off a toss sweep pitch from Calhoun intended for depth. He goes 68 yards for the first score. Then Barren on their other scoring drive converts 2 fourth-down plays, and they lead Glasgow 14-0. 3 times the Scotties have been in Trojan territory, and 3 times they've come up empty.
Yeah, that's the way it's been all night long. For Glasgow, they've made mistakes or they've lost the ball on downs just about every time. I think they had 4 possessions. They fumbled once, and then they lost it on downs every other time. And, of course, the big play for Barren County got them off. It was Mike Houchins. He scored in the first quarter with 3:15 on the clock and went 68 yards with that fumble recovery for the touchdown. And the 2-point conversion was no good, and Barren led 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. Glasgow just couldn't get anything going as Barren County's defense, as Jim said, came up with the big plays. In the second quarter, Barren with 4:28 hit pay dirt again, 61-yard, a 12-play, 61-yard drive. It was after holding Glasgow on downs. So Mike Houchins again with a touchdown, a 2-yard run, and he also scored on a 3-yard run for the 2-point conversion. And Barren County leads at half, 14-0.
I've been impressed with their offensive execution.
They
really have.
You can tell that they're well coached. They've really done a good job of setting up their plays. Of course, they've got a good offensive line to work behind, and that's a good start. And then they've got a good quarterback and good backs that can get to execute the plays. And they've done 2 or 3 times, if they didn't look really sharp, like the flea flicker and things like that. But for the most part, on the screen passes and the throwbacks and stuff like that, they look real good.
All right, what about the defensive stats?
First for Barren County tonight, Brent Spillman has 2 tackles. James Nickham has 1. Philip Lowe with 2. Mike Arms with 2. Mike Houchins has 2. Brad Settle 3. David Houchins has 3. And Mike Houchins also has 2 fumble recoveries, 1 on offense and 1 to keep 1 on defense to score the touchdown, and then 1 on the offensive end to keep the football. For Glasgow tonight, Chris Oakes with 4. Casey Calhoun has 5. Daniel Depp with 4. Randy Depp has 1. Greg Froggett does not have a tackle, but he has a fumble recovery. Michael Anderson with 1. Jeremy Russell with 1. Keenan Reynolds has 1. Martin Thompson with 1. And Dominic Bailey has 1. Bruce?
Looking at the offensive statistics here in the first half, Barren County leading 14-0. Barren County has picked up 4 first downs, Glasgow 3. Yards rushing, Barren County 131, Glasgow 18. Yards passing, Barren County 28, Glasgow 53. Total yards, Barren County 159, Glasgow 71. In the turnover department, Barren County has fumbled twice. They've lost 1 of those, no interceptions. Glasgow has fumbled once, and they lost it, and it resulted in a 55-yard touchdown for Mike Houchins. Total plays, Glasgow had the ball for 18 offensive plays, Barren County 25. Penalties, Barren County has been penalized twice for 30 yards, Glasgow once for 5. Individually, Brent Spillman had 2 carries for 12 yards. Shane Winchester, 9 carries for 46 yards. Daniel Bird has 7 carries for 71 yards. He streaked for a 40-yard gainer on the last play of the half, that 40 being his longest. Receiving, Philip Lowe had 1 catch for 10 yards. Jordan Spillman 1 catch for 14 yards. And then Daniel Bird had 1 catch for 4 yards, and he tossed it back to Winchester, and he picked up 4 more on the flea flicker. Passing, Brent Spillman is 3 of 5 for 28 yards. Barren County has not punted in the first half. Individually for Glasgow, Daniel Depp has 4 carries for a -1 yard. Greg Froggett has carried the ball 3 times for 4 yards. Casey Calhoun has 4 carries for 10 yards. Chris Oakes has 1 carry for a -1, and Randy Depp had 2 carries for 6 yards. Receiving, Dominic Bailey had 1 catch for 24 yards, and Daniel Depp had 1 catch for 29 yards. Casey Calhoun is 2 of 5 through the air for a total of 53 yards. So looks like, Barren County may be a little stronger up front than the Scotties here in the first half. And, they set the tone with the 55-yard fumble interception of a lateral that they, took back in. And I think it sort of fired them up, but they have moved the ball well at times.
They sure have.
Of course, Glasgow, as you said, has moved the ball at times. And as I was talking to Randall, they need to try to, get outside with it, maybe, throw a little flat pass to Daniel or something. Daniel has to, get out in the open field. And so far on the handoffs, with the slot T that we're running right now, like the varsity does, when he's taken the handoff, he hadn't been able to get outside, and I think that's been the difference in the ball game. But, you know, it's been a well-played ball game, all but, you know, the mistake there early by Glasgow. Barron's had a couple fumbles, but penalty-wise, just been 3 penalties called here in the first half, and we just had a well-played first half. I know both coaches are talking to their teams, and we look for an exciting second half.
Bruce, I don't know what, I can't count all the crowd, but I have to believe we've got between 700 and 1,000 here tonight.
There's probably as many people here tonight as I've seen at a middle school ball game. You know, an excellent crowd and, you know, a good atmosphere. And you know, we started a rivalry here. You know, Barren County. You know, last year they weren't able to get, you know, the schedule worked out. They wanted to. Barren had their schedule already made because they were in that conference, and they wanted to play later in the year. And Coach Murphy and Coach Poston would have had to practice like 15 more days on the date that they tentatively wanted to set up. And, you know, they didn't feel like, you know, he should keep the kids out there 15 more days practice for the one ball game. And so they, you know, open up with each other this year.
That's great.
And it's good. You know, they started, you know, a good rivalry, and it looks like it, you know, it's going to be.
Thank you, Bruce. The score at halftime, Glasgow trailing Barren County 14-0. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
It was a Sunday.
We flip a switch and the lights come on. Milk for your cereal is cold. Your home is warm. We simply turn on the radio or TV to find out what's happening around the world. Electricity makes our lives easier in so many ways. The Glasgow Electric Plant Board is always looking for ways to help their customers. Now it can be even a little easier to make your payment. Automatic bank draft takes the amount of your monthly bill directly from your checking account, so you don't even have to write a check. The Plant Board even accepts Visa and MasterCard for payment. If you'd like more information on these payment options, call the EPB at 651-8341 anytime.
Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow has 3 different ribeyes for any size appetite. You can get the 5.5-ounce regular cut ribeye for $6.99, the 8-ounce extra cut for $7.99, or the 12-ounce super ribeye for $8.99. Plus, you get all you can eat from the Grand Buffet with every ribeye. And don't forget, Thursday is seafood night at Ponderosa with seafood on the Grand Buffet from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow.
14 karat go, WCLU. Jim Moody, Larry Alexander, Randall Cook, Bruce Trevue, a special sports presentation on WCLU. Glasgow and Barren County going at it right now. The 8th grade game, Glasgow trailing 14-0. They'll get the football, and I think this first possession, a mighty big one for the 8th grade Scotties.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, Jim. It's this is the possession that they need to score on as they get some confidence and to show Barren County that they can run the football and score against them.
Here comes Daniel Depp. He'll try to cut to the outside. Breaks one tackle, but he slid down on his knee, and he is pinned back at about the 15-yard line. So not good field position for Glasgow, where they'll have it 1st and 10. Good coverage. And who else but Mike Ouchins, his 3rd tackle. Well, he's recovered, what, 2 fumbles?
Recovered 2 fumbles.
He scored on one of those and scored the other touchdown. And 3 tackles.
And a
kicks off.
And a 2-point conversion.
And a 2-point conversion. Good gracious. He's done it all. He's done it all there.
That's a career night for most people.
1st and 10. Scotties at the 15. They'll move to your left in the 3rd quarter. Barren County to your right. See if we've got any changes in the backfield. Like Depp is over at the right halfback position. Everything else looks to be the same as Calhoun will throw the football. Here comes the pass. It's going to be intercepted by Spillman. Has it at the 25. Spillman at the 20. Spillman cuts outside. Finally down at about the 15-yard line. That pass was thrown short. Depp was open, but the pass was thrown short. And the Trojans get a big break early here in the second half, already up 14-0. And they're deep in Scotty's territory. They'll have it 1st and 10 at about the Glasgow 15-yard line.
Well, that was a play that I'm sure they drew up at halftime. They wanted to try to get Daniel Depp one-on-one against Spillman over here, but the ball was underthrown. Spillman made a good play on it, had good defense, and stepped right up and intercepted it, ran it back deep into Scotty territory. It's one of those things that if you make the play, it's probably a touchdown on your part. If you don't, it's going to go against you, and it went against him.
That was a 10-yard return by Spillman. He's at the quarterback. Backfield split behind him. As he fumbled the football, he'll fall on it back at the 20-yard line. I think he was ready to make the toss pitch, the toss sweep to Daniel Bird to the right, or keep it. But he lost the handle. He does fall back on it at the 20 of Glasgow, 2nd and 15.
Well, if you watch that play right there, it didn't develop. It developed real well, but the pitch was not made. They had 5 people out in front of Daniel Bird. If he had gotten the pitch to him, there were 5 people pulling right out in front of him. Here they come again.
Here comes Daniel Bird, cuts outside, but he's twisted down. And who made the stop?
70.
Was that Mr. Kedden Reynolds, I believe, 73, or was it 78?
73.
Mr. Reynolds made his second stop, a loss of a yard. Good job. It's going to be 3rd and 16 for the Trojans at the Scotty 21-yard line. Barren County 14, Glasgow nothing, with 6:30 left in the 3rd quarter. This is the 8th grade game. They've got wideouts on both sides. Spillman can throw that football well. Backfield split with Winchester and Bird. Glasgow has a 5-man front defensively. As on the quarterback keeper, here comes Spillman. Cuts inside. Spillman is upended as he moves past the 15 down to about the 10-yard line. He's still going to be about, let's see where it's spotted. It is spotted on the 10, so he's going to be about 5 yards. He picked up about 11, so he's still about 5 yards short of the first down. They are 2 for 2 on 4th down plays as Stephen Crow makes his first stop, 5'2", 84-pounder. This may be the play of the game right now for Glasgow.
Yeah, it is for Glasgow. That play has been run about 3 times tonight. It's been successful every time for Barren County.
We're out of the power I. Glasgow 5-man front. And somebody offsides? Was it for Glasgow?
Well, that's going to make it a lot easier if it's against Glasgow.
Let's see. It is against Glasgow. Now, will that be enough for the first down?
Ball, offsides, Glasgow. You're right.
Well, the Scotties could ill afford to do that, Larry.
What would it be? About a yard to go now, won't it? 4th and 1.
I don't believe it gives them a first down, but certainly puts them in good position. It's going to be 4th and less than a yard.
Less than a yard. I think that ball was going to Houchins that time, and I wouldn't expect it not to go to him this time either.
4th and less than a yard at the 5.5-yard line of Glasgow. There's a handoff to Houchins. Houchins will drive, and he'll score. Touchdown, Barren County.
If the other team, it's just you just swap out on each side. Glasgow had the domination on the line in the first game and the speed, and Barren County's got it in the second game.
Little pass in the flat from Spillman comes to Lowe. Complete at the 40. Dragged out at the 35-yard line. He'll be close to a first down. He may be a hair short, maybe a half a yard short as he's taken down by Greg Froggett. His first stop tonight. He's also got a fumble recovery. On the 9-yard pass completion, it's going to be 2nd and less than a yard for the Trojans. 2:45 left here in the 3rd quarter as Spillman calling the signal. See I formation behind him. Receiver split left and right. 5-man front as the handoff comes to the tailback. Bird has it at the 25. Has it at the 20, at the 15. Finally ridden down at about the 13-yard line. Bird, very impressive running back. Almost scored on the last play of the first half. Bird crunches his way for pickup of 18 yards. He's carried it 9 times for 88 yards. He was stopped by Daniel Depp. That's his 5th tackle. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Barren County at the Scotty 14-yard line. We have an official's timeout. 2:27 left here in the 3rd quarter. Barren County 22, Glasgow nothing.
Looks like we got a problem with the chain over on the far side of the field.
Well, did you see Cal Ripken Jr. speed last night?
I didn't see it all. I'll have to say I didn't. I saw part of it. I saw the start of the ball game, and then I didn't get to see the end of it.
He hit a homer in the 4th inning. And, of course, the game became official in the 5th inning, and he got a standing ovation of 22 minutes and 15 seconds.
That's probably the longest standing ovation I ever saw. I didn't know if he was ever going to stop or not.
If he hadn't gone around the field, I don't think it would have.
They might still be there.
I'm waiting for your 22-minute and 15-second standing ovation. Here's the handoff. It comes to Bird. Crashes his way down to about the 10-yard line. Randall's giving himself a standing ovation, but it was 1.5 seconds. Well, Bird hit the quick opener and carried it down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of about 4 at 2nd and 6. Greg Froggett's second stop. And they're just pushing Glasgow off the football. Very impressive performance by the Trojans. They've got 2 wideouts on the right side, 1 on the left. Bird is a single back behind Spillman. As Spillman will keep it on the quarterback draw. Long football picked up, and the Scotties have it. And here comes Randy Depp. Depp will pick it up at the 45, has it at the 50. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. He's got to score.
There's going to be a touchdown.
There are flags.
There's 3 flags on the field. It should be against the offense.
Now, what do we have here?
It should be. If the flags came in the backfield.
No, it's against Glasgow. Too many men on the field, Larry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He picked up a fumble and raced 80 yards, or actually raced about 90 yards.
They did have 12 men on the field. Exactly.
Well, that's been the count of 9 it's been for Glasgow.
Usually when the flag comes from the referee in the backfield, it's against the offense, but Glasgow had too many men on. That's about the 3rd time we've seen that happen tonight.
That's right. So that will give Barren County, that will give them a first down and nullify a fumble recovery of about 87 yards by Randy Depp, which would have been Glasgow's first score of the game.
Yeah, Randy came in and made a good play. He just he came in. Somebody had Spillman stood up, and he just came in and ripped the ball out of his hands and then picked it up and took off. But of course, when you have 12 men on the field, you can stand people up.
Well, that's true.
That's
true. It does. Well, the penalty, half the distance to the goal. Now is that an automatic first down? It is. First and goal at the 5. Well, I thought the official, did he rule, is it second down? I thought he ruled a first down, Bruce.
He pointed first down, but I think he was just saying it was a...
Here comes Bird, works his way inside, or Winchester works his way inside the 5 down to about the 2-yard line off right tackle. With a minute 25 left here.
That should be a first down.
Well, I thought he waved a first down a moment ago. Timeout, Glasgow. It is a first down now after all that confusion. First and goal at the 2. Glasgow calls a timeout. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
You already know that the Glasgow Electric Plant Board is a public power company, keeping your electric rates as low as possible. Their superior cable TV service is handled the same way. That keeps rates low and brings competition in cable TV service to Glasgow, which is good for everyone. Support your hometown. The Electric Plant Board works for you 24 hours a day to bring you reliable electric service and superior cable TV service. Call them at 651-8341 anytime.
14 carry to go. WCLU. Jim Moody, Larry, Haywood, Alexander, Randall, Bino, Cook, and Bruce.
I'm ready for basketball.
That's ready for Kentucky's played one football game, and Haywood's ready for basketball.
I got news for you. Haywood is ready for basketball before they played that one game.
That's right.
Ready after the North Carolina game.
Yeah, he's a basketball man through and through.
I like that basketball, especially UK basketball.
Go Big Orange. All right. Here we go. First and goal at the 2. Wouldn't it be something if Tennessee could beat Kentucky in basketball before the end of the century? Here we go. First and goal at the 2. Fullback Houchins drive. Touchdown, Barren County.
I will let him score them all.
He's just unstoppable down there. And it's 28-0. Barren County leading Glasgow's 8th grade team with a minute 10 left in the 3rd quarter. And now the Trojans will try for a 2-point conversion once again. So they'll move, it looks like, to the, I thought to the left hash mark for a moment, but now they're going to move to the center of the field and try it from about the 3-yard line. It's Spillman with the power eye set. Here's a handoff. And Glasgow is just not stopped Barren County at all, Larry. Is it Winchester? Yes, it is. He scores a 2-point try, and Barren leads 30-0 over Glasgow's 8th grade team. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Sharon Stone shoots from the hip in one of the most original westerns ever made. TriStar Pictures presents The Quick and the Dead. now available on video cassette at Cinema to Go. Sharon Stone and Gene Hackman star in this high-caliber Western about a gorgeous gunslinger who enters a quick draw contest looking for revenge. The most entertaining film of the year, says WABC Radio. The Quick and the Dead, rated R, now available for rent from Columbia TriStar Home Video at Cinema to Go and the Southgate Plaza, Glasgow.
And number 10, Barren County 30, Glasgow nothing here in the 8th grade contest on 14 karat gold WCLU. Tomorrow night will be at Elizabethtown for the broadcast of the Scotty Panther matchup. A long-time rivalry between those two teams. Here's a kick from Houchin.
The biggest rivalry Glasgow has.
That's right. Taken by an up back and stop it at the 40-yard line for Glasgow.
Number 7
to be Mark Tyler Jackson. All right. Hurst didn't hit at that point. Larry Glasgow needs to get something going to get some confidence built. Barren County is an outstanding team, and Glasgow has really been mistake-prone in this game.
Yeah, 2 interceptions. That's 3 interceptions for the ball game, really. A fumble recovery and, a fumble recovery and 2 interceptions. So we have 3 turnovers. And of course, the 2 interceptions came on desperation, trying to make something happen with the long pass.
Inside, backfield in the double slot is Calhoun against the 5-man front. Here's to Froggett. Froggett tries to cut outside. Has it at the 45. Froggett moves it up to midfield. I'm sorry, that was Oakes. I said Froggett. It was Chris Oakes. And a nice run by Oakes as he reversed his field and moved it past the midfield stripe. But a first down for Glasgow. About a 10-yard pickup. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. And Josh Smith made his second stop at Chris Oakes. Nice move in the middle that time and a lot of traffic.
Yeah, cut back just pretty and tried to go around the end, and then he had to cut back and made a real good run.
First for Glasgow. Inside, backfield in that double slot. Barren County with the 5-man front, but they've got 4 linebackers or corners real close as here comes Daniel Depp. He's hit, breaks 1 tackle, but not the second. And look at a back. 6 Trojans take him down. Daniel was battling hard on the right side, but lost about a yard. And they know Depp, big and strong, and they've keyed on him, and they've really shut him down. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11, but Mike Arms with the stop, and Daniel's defense too. He's had to work against 6 or 7 guys a lot of times.
Yeah, he sure has.
Third quarter is over. Barren County has scored twice in the third period and leads Glasgow 30-0. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Your full selection, full-service clothing store is Golden Farley in Glasgow. Their full selection ranges from sportswear to suits to tuxedo rentals. Full service by Golden Farley means alterations are available on anything they sell. And special order means if they don't have it, chances are they can get it. Golden Farley has sportswear by Ruff Hewn, Polo, by Ralph Lauren and Cross Creek, suits and sports coats from well-established name brands like Corbin, PBM, and Austin Reed. For the more discriminating individual, there's the custom clothing option from Austin Reed. Golden Farley Men's Shop, 112 East College in Glasgow. For years, the look of distinction.
Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow has 3 different ribeyes for any size appetite. You can get the 5.5-ounce regular cut ribeye for $6.99, the 8-ounce extra cut for $7.99, or the 12-ounce super ribeye for $8.99. Plus, you get all you can eat from the Grand Buffet with every ribeye. And don't forget, Thursday is seafood night at Ponderosa with seafood on the Grand Buffet from 4 till close for only $6.99 at Ponderosa on the bypass in Glasgow.
14 karat gold, WCLU as Glasgow. Glenn Bird 2 weeks ago, Randall, it was my birthday, and he announced that I was 43 years old, and he was off by 10 years. No, I'm not 53, the other way. Glenn, Bird, I really appreciate that. About everybody in town has mentioned that to me, and I do appreciate Glenn mentioning that. Glenn's a big Tennessee fan. I want everybody to ask Glenn about being a big Tennessee fan.
He's actually 23.
He was glad Murray State beat Western, so I want everybody to know that.
Glenn wishes he could be 43 again.
But, yeah, he's 43, but he actually looks 53.
Glasgow's football 2nd and 11 at their own 49-yard line, moving to your right in the 4th quarter. The ends are tied. Backfield in the double slot. Barren County with a 7-man front defensively as Calhoun calling the signals. Here's a handoff as Froggett runs up the middle, got maybe a yard, and then he's pushed back by the left side of Barren County's defensive front. A good job. And Froggett slow to get up, but I believe he will. Brad Settle makes a stop. Brad's done a good job.
That's number 4.
Yeah, good job outside linebacker. Gain of a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 10 at midfield. 7:33 left in this game. Going to be a split tonight, Larry, between the two schools.
Yep, looks that way.
And both games really one-sided. Although in the first half of this game, Glasgow had their chances to put some points on the board.
Yes, they did. Made too many mistakes, and of course, Barren County is a little bit too strong for them.
They are. Calhoun will give the football to Oaks. Breaks one tackle, has it at the 45, moves down to about the 41-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of the first down, but Oaks has run the football well. He's run hard and scooted up the middle for about a 9-yard gain before Blake Taylor brought him down, a 5'8", 140-pounder. They're a yard short of the first down, so it's going to be 4th and 1 for the Scotties at Barren County's 41-yard line. Mr. Oaks has carried it 3 times for 18 yards.
I think they have some. Of course, Barren County's playing a few subs too.
They are
on that front line, so we're getting a little bit better running room now.
Calhoun sets the ball club down against the 6-man in front for the Trojans. They're in the double slot. As Calhoun will give the football to Froggatt. He stopped shy of the first down back at the 42. And again, the defensive front penetrated well for Barren County. Shot through the gap, and you know, Froggatt just didn't have any interference running for him. He lost a yard, and Barren County takes over. That's about 4 or 5 times the Scotties have moved it past midfield, and they've come up empty every time. Barren County's defense has just been outstanding against the run when they've had to. And they've, of course, they played the pass well with a couple of pickoffs in this game.
Yeah, well, those passes were well underthrown also.
Well, that's true.
I think you probably have to work something underneath inside the line, underneath the safeties and inside the linebacker, outside the linebackers, and get it to your speed people.
Well, we've got a new player, a new quarterback in the lineup. As Bird got the football, and I believe that Alan Stewart is the new quarterback, 5'7", 138-pounder. Gain of about a yard, 2nd and 9. Right up the middle, and let's see who made the stop. Jamie Brown, a 7th grader for the Scotts. 5:55 left in this game. Barren County 30, Glasgow nothing. So Barren County's 8th grade team will be 1-0. Glasgow's 0-1. Glasgow's 7th grade team 1-0, and Barron's 0-1. They're in the split backfield with a receiver split. Is Stewart with the pitch. Comes outside. Here's Bird. Bird tries to cut, has it at the 45, Bird at the 50. Bird's got the first down at the Scotty 47-yard line as he twists and turns outside with 5:33 left in this game. Nice pickup for Bird. That should put him over the 100-yard mark as Daniel Bird, 12 carries, 105 yards. That was a 12-yard pickup as Randy Depp made his second stop. Opening game of the season for both ball clubs. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Scotty 47. As Alan Stewart calling the signals against a 5-man front. Stewart with the football and wrapped up back at midfield is the right halfback. I believe they may have been in motion as well. Illegal motion will be the call. But stopped was Jordan Spillman. Jamie Brown got him, and I would suspect Glasgow might want to take the play right here because it's almost a 5-yard loss as it is. Plus, they would get the down with 5:12 left in this game. Well, Bowling Green after this season, Larry, will have a new football coach. Dan Haley going to Cumberland College.
That's right, and there'll be a lot of people wanting that job.
What are you talking about?
I think he's probably got 3 people on his staff right now that wants it. And one, you remember the guy that used to coach at Allen County.
Right.
His name has been mentioned.
Right, Tenius?
Tenius, yeah.
They did not take the penalty. They took the down. It was a loss of 6 yards, 2nd and 16 for the Trojans. They operate out of the I formation. Stewart with the handoff, and the fullback's got the football, and he stopped after no gain. May have a new fullback in there. Let me see. Looks like it's number 25, Jeff Wells. And let's see who made the stop. Justin Alexander for the Scotties. Loss of another yard. It's going to be 3rd and 17 with 4.5 minutes to go in this game. Barren County very impressive in this 8th grade contest, leading Glasgow 30-0. They're in that split look. Stewart will make the quick pitch. Cutting to the outside as Bird has it at the 45. Bird is tripped up at the 40. He moved past midfield and is tripped up at Glasgow's 48-yard line. We've got an injured player for the Trojans with 4:07 left in this contest. It's like one of the linemen hurt. He got back almost to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 11 for the Trojans. I'm not sure who the injured player was, but he's might have a leg cramp. Oh, it's Houchins.
55.
Oh, I hate to see that. Well, Houchins has done it all, and he's in some pain. It may be a leg cramp, Larry.
Looks like that's what it is.
Certainly hope that's all it is. Jeff Ritchie working on him.
He's not rubbing his leg. It looks like it might be an ankle or something, maybe turned over.
4th and 11 for the Trojans at the Scotty 48-yard line with 4:07 left in this game. Barren County 30, Glasgow nothing. Larry, I have really been impressed with the crowd here tonight.
Yeah, big crowd. There's no doubt about it. This is one of the best middle school crowds I've seen. I went to school in Texas when I went to junior college, and because Texas is a football state, and they treated their middle school just like they did high school. They played their middle school games on Thursday nights, and they had the band, the crowd, everything was just exactly like your varsity games on Friday night, and they had crowds bigger than this. They had stands, you know, equal to this or bigger, and they would fill them up just for the middle school games.
They take their football pretty seriously in Texas, don't they?
Very, very seriously.
Well, Houchins limps off the field, but he under his own power, and I'm certainly glad to see that. As Stewart will make the pitch to Bird, he'll try to cut to the outside, breaks one tackle, but Depp got him on the leg, and Glasgow will take over and did knock him back for a loss of about 3 yards at the Trojan 49. 4 minutes to go in this game. Barren up 30-0. Glasgow would like to at least get on the board, trailing by 30 points.
Yeah, that would help their confidence a little bit, just to score one.
1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Trojan 49.5-yard line. Barren led 14-0 at the half, added 2 more scores in the 3rd quarter. Glasgow with the football, 1st and 10. Tomorrow night, the Scotties and the Panthers of E-Town. At Elizabeth Town with the broadcast at 6:30, the kickoff at 7:30. Ask the coach live from McDonald's at 8:30 Saturday morning. Backfield split. Well, let's see here. Full house backfield for the Scotties as Calhoun will give the football. Now, old running room, I mean, up the middle, Glasgow's just done nothing. Nothing at all. Froghead will carry it. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. And that, I think that is clear evidence of the line play and the outstanding job that the defensive front has done for Barren. And, you know, they've had Mike Houchins, Mark Davis, Chris Holder, Josh Smith, and David Houchins up there. And then you've got Settle and Arms and Lowe, those linebackers, and they'll hit you. And they're strong, just tough. Bottom line, 2nd and 10 at midfield for the Scotties. It's Calhoun. Gives the football to Oaks. He'll try to cut to the outside. Unable to do so, and he stopped after about a yard loss back at the 49, where it's going to be 3rd and 11 for Glasgow's 8th grade team. 2:45 left in this game. We'll look at the stats in our post-game show and have some very brief interviews here on WCLU. Really do appreciate Larry, Randall, and Bruce taking time out of their schedule to help us out on our broadcast tonight here on WCLU Sports. Randall's demanding more money for this, but we'll see if we can settle it. Randall wants to Randall's like the NBA. He wants to decertify our union here at 14 Karat Gold Sports. 3rd and 11. Glasgow with the football. Calhoun, toss sweep. Depp. Well, that was not a good pitch at all. Depp just had to fall on it, and it's going to be 4th and long back at the 47-yard line. Tried the toss sweep to the left, but it wasn't a good pitch. And Larry, Barren County, you know, at least early on, when Barren County took advantage of the fumble recovery when Glasgow was at the 29 and moving the ball, boy, when they scored, that really got them going.
Yes, it did. Glasgow had a chance to move the football on down the field, and we're moving the ball at that time, you know, pretty good. And then the toss pitch, just like that play right there, it was not the same play. It was this one, he comes in motion and then goes back to the left corner. That time he was sitting on the left corner at the left slot, and the pitch was just made right straight to him. And Mike Houchins just picked that thing off. He saw it coming all the way and picked it off, and was nobody there to touch him all the way to the end zone. And that really got Barren County pumped up and got them ahead, and there was no turning back.
I think Barren County, tell you what, Coach Lindsay will have an excellent freshman class coming up next year. Sure. An excellent freshman class.
And I'm sure most of these kids will probably stay out. There's 33 of them, I think, on the roster. You know, they'll probably be cut down to around in the 20s somewhere, but for the most part, I think this group will probably stay together, and they'll be tough when they're seniors. they're going to have to be tough to play in the district that they're in.
Looks like Glasgow's got a punt, and Depp is going to punt the football back at his 35-yard line. Barren County expecting possibly a fake right here. Let's see if Glasgow does that. No, looks like he's going to punt it. Here's a boot. Wobbly kick. That will take a Glasgow bounce at the 35. It was inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line. Philbin was in single safety, but he let it roll down to the 28, so not a bad roll that time for Daniel Depp. Punt that covers a distance of 25 yards, no return.
That's the first punt of the night, isn't it, in this game?
I believe you're right, Larry. It is.
I think that's right.
And we had, what, maybe one or two punts in the 7th grade game?
Let's see, one that I
Just
can
one
remember.
punt?
One punt that I can remember. Barren County punted that one.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 28-yard line. I'm sure they'll get some other new faces in the lineup. Glasgow may as well. Well, I think the Scotties pretty much sticking with
a lot of 8th graders in there, 7th graders, in there right now.
As you mentioned, Glasgow does not have much depth on this 8th grade team, only 18 players.
That's right, they don't have a lot.
Stewart calling the signals. He's got the I formation behind him as he'll move the football on the quarterback sneak, moves it past the 30 up to about the 31-yard line as the clock rolls with a minute 6 left. Well, I think it's been a very successful night for this opening game. I know that Barren County's 7th grade team disappointed and Glasgow's 8th grade team disappointed, but the crowd's been outstanding. I know the barbecue dinner at the Barren County Middle School went well. The pep rally, I know at Glasgow Middle School was a big success, and I think it's great for this community. Gain of a couple of yards, and Jamie Brown made his 4th stop. I'm sorry, his 3rd. Stewart calling the signals. Flags are dropped. 30 seconds to go, and the clock continues to roll. 27 seconds.
We have too many men out there again. No, I don't think we had too many men. He just didn't get set.
Legal motion procedure, legal procedure is the call. That's the 3rd penalty for the Trojans, 35 yards in this game. And they don't have to run another play. They can just run the clock out here. And the clock rolls with 21 seconds. They may run one more play. On 2nd and 12 at the 26. They run out of the I formation. Glasgow with the 7-man front defensively. Stewart will just fall on his knee, and this game will come to an end. So it's a split tonight between Glasgow and Barren County's middle school team. Glasgow's 7th grade team wins 34-0 at Barren County's 8th grade team, a 30-0 triumph. And the line play, the big difference in this second game.
I don't think there's any doubt. It probably made a difference in the first game also, but Glasgow had so much speed that you couldn't really tell what the linemen were doing. But in this game, neither team with a lot of speed, but both teams with comparable running backs and comparable quarterbacks, but the line play with Barren County was just outstanding, and it really showed up in the fact that they really outweighed Glasgow, and they knocked them off the ball, and they were in the defense and the offensive backfield sometimes before they could even hand the ball off. So it's a really good game for Barren County because they played extremely well on the offensive front, and they made the plays on defense when they had to.
We'll return with the post-game show in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
You know, when you're going out to buy building materials, experience really counts. And that's kind of what sets the folks at Square Deal Lumber Company apart from all the rest. It was way back in the year of 1891 that Square Deal Lumber Company was founded, and it's been run by the same family ever since. That means that Square Deal has earned their reputation for quality, for service, reliability, fairness, and competitive prices to boot. If you go to any Square Deal location, be it one of the lumber yards or the concrete plants, or the mill workshop, you're going to find a manager there in charge with at least 21 years of experience. Some have 24. One guy even has 29 years of experience in this business. What does that translate to? It means you get expert advice and service as well as accurate estimates and materials lists every single time you call on the folks at Square Deal Lumber Company. Founded in 1891 and building our future ever since. Square Deal Lumber Company.
Honey! Honey! happy.
What is it?
We want a house. We want a house.
Great. Where's my quarter-pound single?
You don't understand. I want a house from Wendy's.
No, you don't understand. I asked for a hamburger from Wendy's.
Maybe I should come back in and start over.
Maybe you should go back out and get me a hamburger.
I thought you'd be happy.
How would you like it if instead of breakfast I gave you a garage?
2-car?
Right now, during the Wendy's and Coca-Cola Everyday Value Instant Payoff, you find a free game piece on every 20-ounce drink. Just peel. You could win the grand prize, your own home. Or we could pay your phone or electric bills, even make your rent or car payments for a whole year. Plus, there's millions of food prizes, including quarter-pound singles, chicken filet sandwiches, even Big Bacon Classics. So come play the Everyday Value Instant Payoff today from Wendy's, Coca-Cola, and Century 21.
Honey!
What is it?
Wendy's is going to pay our phone bill.
Great. Where's my single?
Oh, no.
Hi, this is Dave Thomas. Come in for a hamburger. Leave with a house. Now that's a value.
No purchase necessary. Open to residents of U.S. and Canada. Void in Quebec and where prohibited. Rules and game pieces available at participating Wendy's until 10/10/95. See official rules for price values.
$14 to go. WCLU has a split tonight between Glasgow and Barren County 7th and 8th grade teams. Glasgow wins the 7th grade contest 34-0. Barren County, the 8th grade game, 30-0. We'll talk with Coach Stephen Murphy in just a second. Larry, look at the scoring summary from this 8th grade game and the defensive stats.
All right, Jim, in the 8th grade game, Barren County led things off in the first quarter. The only team to score in the first quarter, 3:15 to go in the quarter. It was just a one-play drive, 68 yards. It was a fumble recovery, really. It was a pitch out to Daniel Depp that Mike Houchins read perfectly, picked it out of the air and went to 68 yards for the touchdown. The two-point conversion was no good, and Barren County led at the end of the first quarter 6-0. In the second quarter, Barren County again with 4:28 on the clock, went 12 plays, 61 yards. After holding Glasgow on downs to start this drive, Mike Houchins again on a 2-yard run for the touchdown, and Houchins again on a 3-yard run for the two-point conversion, and Barren County led it to half, 14-0. In the third quarter, Glasgow came out and got the football first, threw an interception. Brent Spillman intercepted the football from Casey Calhoun. With 5:39 on the clock, Barren put it in the end zone, 15-yard drive, 4 plays, took 2:17 off the clock. Mike Houchins went over from the 5-yard line for the touchdown. Shane Winchester on a 3-yard run for the two-point conversion, 22-0 Barren County at that point. Again, after an interception by Nathan Peters, Glasgow tried to go long. Barren County intercepted it with 1:10 on the clock. Barren put it in the end zone. It was a 5-play, 40-yard drive. Took 1 minute and 12 seconds. Mike Houchins again for his 4th touchdown of the night on a 2-yard run. Shane Winchester this time on a 3-yard run for the two-point conversion. And Barren County led 30-0. That's how the football game ended, as there was no score in the fourth quarter, and Barren wins it 30-0.
All right, sir.
For the tackles tonight for Barren County, Brent Spillman had 2. Nathan Peters did not have a tackle, but he had a big interception. Daniel Bird with 1. Blake Taylor had 2. James Nicklum had 1. Shane Winchester with 1. Philip Lowe had 3. Mike Arms with 3. Mike Houchins with 3, and also had 2 fumble recoveries besides his 4 touchdowns. Brad Settles with 4. David Houchins had 4. Chris Holder had 2, Josh Smith with 2, and Jordan Spillman had 1 for Barren County.
All right. Thank you very much, Larry. Let me get Coach Stephen Murphy here, and then we'll look at the stats with Bruce. Just talk with Coach Murphy for just a second. And, I'm sorry, you didn't give Glasgow. I apologize. I got ahead of myself there.
Well, he's in a hurry tonight. I can't believe it. Okay, for Glasgow tonight, Randy Depp with 2, Greg Foggett with 2, and also had a fumble recovery. Chris Oakes had 4. Casey Calhoun had 7 tackles on the night. Daniel Depp with 6. Stephen Crow with 1. Michael Anderson with 1. Jeremy Russell with 1. Keenan Reynolds had 2. Martin Thompson with 1. Jacob Bruner with 1. Dominic Bailey had 1. 7th grader Jamie Brown with 3, and Justin Alexander had 1. Okay, Moody.
Now are we ready?
You're ready.
All right, let's talk with Coach Murphy for just a moment. And a split tonight, Stephen, between the two ball clubs. Glasgow 7th graders win 34-0. Barren County's 8th graders 30-0. Let's talk about this 8th grade game first. You had the football about 5 or 6 times in Trojan territory, but their line play was so tough. And early on, that little pitch that they took away, where you had it at the 29, and Houchins races the other way, that got the Trojans going.
Mr. Houchins there just read that play perfect, didn't he?
He did, and just stole
It seemed like
the
he
pitch.
came out from nowhere. Usually that play's designed to hit so quick that we're out on the corner before that guy gets there. And I don't know what happened. I guess he just was running a stunt, and he was right there, caught the pitch, caught it in perfect timing, and he was gone, and there was nothing we could do.
But the line play was big in this game, I thought.
That was the deciding factor in that ball game. They just killed us up front. But our guys kept battling, and we played hard. We just got to somehow turn the corner for next week, but that was the deciding factor in the game up front.
You know, this was a very good Barren County team. They won their conference last year, almost beat Bowling Green, went 6-1, execute their play so well. They've got
Very
good running
well.
backs. Quarterback is really sharp, good line.
Yeah, I told Coach Ritchie after the game, I said, you'll have a good chance to win that conference again this year. Those guys up front can control the line of scrimmage against Bowling Green and Drakes Creek and teams like that. They're going to have a good year. Their backs run hard, and they execute very well, like you said.
7th grade game, Scotties win 34-0, and speed the factor.
Yeah, I just felt like if we could get out on the corner with our guys, I didn't think they could catch us. We do have some guys back there that can run really good, and we're going to use that to our advantage. So hopefully, I don't know if we'll play anybody that can match us right there, but
I don't know if you'll play many folks that can, Steve.
But we know it's going to be tough the whole year. We can't rest on our laurels, so to speak.
Right.
So we'll keep battling, and hopefully we'll use that speed. And
you've got some linemen too.
Oh yeah,
good linemen down there.
We've got some good-sized folks up there. With Justin Alexander, and he weighs 216.
Jamie Brown.
Jamie Brown.
264.
If we can get him to get a little taller, he'll be in business.
Oh yeah.
And Jason Netherton and.
But Randy Depp and Dew Depp, just tough. They're just tough.
You get them around the corner, they're so shifty and they're quick. I mean, not only are they
see the
shifty,
field well too, pick the holes.
They can, and they can elude tacklers, break tackles. There was a couple of times there I thought they were down in the backfield, and boom, they break a tackle, and there they go, off to the races.
And Jeff Bragg ran the football well up the middle.
Yeah, he did. He's going to be a good player too. We feel like he's a big kid, 5'7", 170, 175 pounds as a 7th grader, so that's a really good size for a 7th grader.
What about the atmosphere in the crowd tonight?
Oh, it was wonderful. This is something we need to do every year and keep it up. Nothing like it. Hopefully it's something that'll build on each program, and we both need that very badly, and just hope next year maybe we can, things will be a little different. You don't want to sit there and say that you want to win the lopsided, but the crowd was great. A lot of electricity in the air. Both teams played very well, played hard, very clean game. I didn't hear much mouthing out there at all.
Right.
And we got a little sloppy there a few times, but what can you expect? First game out.
That's right. Well, that's exactly right.
So it was good for it.
Now, when's your next game?
We play a week from tonight. Go to Warren East.
Okay.
Our home opener is 2 weeks from tonight. We got Drakes Creek coming to the high school at September 21st.
Okay.
Very good team last year, and I expect the same this year. So we go to Warren East next week, and then Drakes Creek comes to our place in 2 weeks.
Stephen, I really do appreciate you and Coach Pelson for getting me all the information. Had a great pep rally today, and we look forward to getting your scores and talking more about Glasgow Middle School football.
Thank you, Jim, for all the effort you put forth into this. We know you worked hard and stats, and you really made it professional like here tonight. We really appreciate that, and we'll be sure and get scores to you and all that information.
Thank you, Stephen. All right, thank you, sir. Now let's bring Coach Ritchie over here and talk with him for just a moment. And congratulations on that win in the 8th grade game, Jeff. And the 7th grade game was a tough one, but tell you what, as Stephen said, it was a great atmosphere tonight for both teams.
This is great. This is a great high school atmosphere. I told the coaches in the middle of the 8th grade game,
go ahead, you're all right.
Stepped on the court there. I said, that's a high school caliber crowd. There's a lot of people here. Enthusiasm was great, and it's just a super night for football.
Let's talk about the 8th grade game, and I just thought up front that you were just dominating tonight.
Oh, man, those kids, they've been playing together for a long time. They were real solid last year, and they've kind of picked up where they left off last year. They're moving people off the line of scrimmage. Their backs are hitting the holes hard, and I was just really pleased for first game out.
I was going to say, you really execute well. For your first night out, I realize these kids have played together a long time, and they look like they have.
We give them a playlist over the summer when they went home, and they knew what was going on when they came back in, and they just didn't miss a beat. And they came in the first day, we were running our offensive series, just and it was just the new kids that had to step in and pick up and learn it.
Mr. Houchins picked up, of course, it's a fumble recovery, but it's really like an interception. He stole the pitch about 68 yards. I thought that really got you going because Glasgow was moving the football.
Yes, well, our kids come out. I think, they had such a strong 7th grade team. They just destroyed us, in every phase of the game. Hats off to them. They got a great bunch of kids out there. And I think our 8th grade came out fired up, ready to play, but at the same time, they knew they were going to be in for a tough game. And I think we came out a little timid there at first.
Yeah, Bird and Winchester ran the ball hard. Your quarterback, I believe Mr. Spillman, played very well. And you made, every time Glasgow marched down to about the 30 or 35, you made the big defensive stops. And on the other side, you converted some big 4th down plays.
That's right. We were able to run out a lot of different sets tonight. We were in the pro set, and we were running a wishbone some, then a one-back set, and we just kept changing it around, and we were able to move the ball, pretty well most of the night. I was just really pleased with the kids.
7th grade game, Glasgow won 34-0, and again, all kinds of speed for Glasgow.
Oh my God! I was telling Murphy, I believe their 7th grade team could compete in our 8th grade conference and be a number 1 or number 2 team, and they're super team. That's unbelievable.
But I thought you improved as the game went along.
Yeah, our kids, we've got some good players, good kids on our team, on our 7th grade team. They're just a little slow right now at picking up our system. We've just had a tough time, getting things to gel. And I'm thinking
that's what it's all about early on.
I think it's going to be one of these kind of situations where we start off a little slow, and by the end of the season, we're going to put it together, and we're going to have a good little competitive 7th grade bunch. So we got some kids with a lot of heart that will want to play football and be good at it.
Jeff, I really do appreciate all your help. You and Coach Murphy, you gave me all kinds of information. I've been harassing Jeff for the last month, basically, and when we decided, we talked with the Barren County and Glasgow officials about doing this game, and we appreciate you asking us out here. This is the first time that I know of that middle school football has been broadcast in this area, and it's well worth it. And you had a great crowd, and we really had a good time, and we really appreciate your help.
Well, Jim, I tell you what, hats off to you guys. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you guys coming out and doing this, taking the time out, and like I say, doing the first ever middle school broadcast around here. The crowd was awesome. The broadcast, the whole atmosphere is great. Glasgow got a big win. Barren County got a big win. So everybody can go home with a lot on their side, a lot to be proud of.
Now, when's your next game?
We play Tuesday at Franklin Simpson.
That'll be a tough test, possibly.
That's our district game. Our 7th grade, they're going to have to pick up, and we got some things to work on, and they're going to be in for a tough test. In our 8th grade, just got to keep rolling.
All right, sir. We'll look forward to getting the scores from you, okay?
Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, Jeff. All right, let's talk with Bruce now and look at the stats from tonight's game. And Bruce, Barren County's 8th graders win 30-0.
Well, and the stats, like you say, they dominated on the statistical side of the score too. They just, like you say, too strong up front. They had super running backs, but they opened some big holes and like just too much up front. So you said the score 30-0 in favor of the Trojans. First downs, Barren County 6, Scotty's 4. Yards rushing, Barren County 179, Glasgow 32. Passing, Barren County 37, Glasgow 53. Total yards, the Trojans 216, the Scotties 85. In the turnover department, Barren County turned it over one time on 3 fumbles. Glasgow had 3 turnovers. They fumbled once and had 2 interceptions. Total plays, Barren County ran 44 to Glasgow's 32. Penalties, Barren County 3 for 35, Glasgow 4 for 20. Looking at the individual statistics, Brent Spillman, their quarterback, had 5 carries for 21 yards. Shane Winchester, 9 carries for 46 yards. Daniel Bird, 108 yards on 14 carries, his longest being 40 yards. And Alan Stewart came in at quarterback and had 2 rushes for 2 yards. Receiving, Philip Lowe had 2 catches for 19. Jordan Spillman, 1 catch for 14, and Daniel Bird, 1 catch for 4. Spillman was 4 of 6 through the air for 37 yards. They did not punt the ball. Individually for Glasgow, here's a stat that surprises me. And if you'd have told me when this ball game started that Daniel Depp would have ran this ball 7 times and only picked up 4 yards, I'd have probably laughed at you, because Daniel is a better back than that. He just never did get on the corner, and he had, a couple good long runs, but then he had some losses, And to me, that is.
And of course, he had to face 4 or 5 tacklers too, Bruce. Which
they were keying on him.
Right,
I mean, they keyed on him on defense. They keyed on him on offense.
And actually, he broke some of those in the backfield that where the loss would have been much more than it actually was.
That's true. Greg Froggatt had 7 carries for 3 yards. Casey Calhoun 4 carries for 10 yards, and Chris Oakes 4 carries for 17 yards. Receiving, Dominic Bailey had 1 catch for 24 yards. Daniel had 1 catch for 29 yards. Casey was 2 of 7 tonight for 53 yards and had 2 intercepted, both of those back-to-back there in the first half when we opened up. Daniel Depp punted the ball 1 time for 25 yards. So that wraps it up on the statistical side of it.
I feel like a good night, and really a good crowd.
It was a good night. For a first game, I'm sure that both teams, the coaches have learned, the 7th and 8th graders, even though a loss, some things they need to work on. And I think we saw 2 good ball clubs out here tonight. And later on in the season, I feel like both clubs, I think Glasgow's 8th grade will be very competitive. They just didn't have it tonight.
Bruce, thank you, sir, and let's invite a big crowd out for the E-Town game tomorrow night.
Well, let's hope we have a good following at E-Town tomorrow night. We usually have a good crowd at Elizabethtown. They've got a nice facility up there, a good place to sit, and everybody get out and try to help the Scotties pick up their first win of the season.
Thank you, sir, and Randall and Larry for helping me tonight, Bruce. Really do appreciate that. That's going to wrap up our broadcast. By the way, Glasgow's golf team wins today over Warren Central, 157-170. Glasgow's boys, Michael Cash shot a 200 par 34. Alan Wade and Nathan Holm with 40s. J.R. Wade a 43. Scott Belcher a 43. And Adam Gibson a 44. All right. Thanks so much to our sponsors, and I really do appreciate Randall, Larry, and Bruce for helping us tonight on WCLU, and thanks to our coaches and everybody for helping out. Once again, the final scores: Glasgow's 7th grade team beats Barren County 34-0, and Barren County's 8th grade team defeats Glasgow 30-0. Until tomorrow night at 6:30 for Coach's Quarter, when Glasgow takes on E-Town. For Larry, Bruce, and Randall, this is WCLU Sports Director Jim Moody saying so long, everybody.